All right, our favorite H-Town hotties are back outside of course, Beyonce and Meg. But I'm talking about Heart and Hustle Houston. Our ladies are back. Let's get into it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? All right, so season two came back faster than I was expecting because the other show that was based in Houston, I don't think they're coming back. But I am so happy to see that my girls from Heart and Hustle Houston got a season two and it came back fast. So I have some notes. So the first thing I said was Latoria is still in PR. Homegirl had this big old production and tears and things last year that she was doing to find out that she's still in PR. She was like her clients were not having it, so they must have thrown enough money at her to say, "Hey, girl, you not going anywhere." So she's still doing that. So, child, before we go further, apparently there was a group therapy session because so evidently once the cameras left on season one, things between the girls got weird. They didn't go into details and say exactly or give us examples of things that were happening. They just said there was a weird dynamics that was happening, which led itself to having making therapy necessary for the group. I would like to know example of those instances that led to that being necessary. But nevertheless, that's what happened. But apparently, the therapy session went left, and what's the girl name? Labrina gave everybody the middle finger and walked out, and of course, Monera was in solidarity with her. So it's kind of divided now. So on one side we have Chloe, Latoria, and Ro, and then on the other side we have Labrina and Monera, and then Elena is, bless her heart, is she's in the middle. They also said that Labrina made some allegedly some comments about one of Latoria's friends and called that lady precious, which that's very mean girl behavior. If this is true, you don't want to hang out with nobody like that because it's a big no to the mean girls out there. But yeah, that's what they saying, child. So Chloe found out that her man, I believe his name is Jordan, was cheating on her. Apparently, the girl had the house code, and then Chloe let his family know by sending out a message to the family group chat. I was like, if you got to do all this, if all this is happening, just pack up your cooch and go. So many people need to pack their cooch up and just be out. Don't entertain it. Don't ghost, right? But just say, hey, I see what you got going on. That's how you want to roll. Then you don't get access to me. And having access to me is a privilege. So, but she got all these things going on. So she's trying to mask how hurt she is. And you have to remember, this man is 28 years old. So I would consider him a baby. Because I'm 42 years old. But in good news for Chloe, her son is doing well. She said he has a job, so kudos for that. Child, then our friend Ro is back, and Ro done got her hair, a new hairdo. She said she went and got nipped and tucked, so she got body yaddy yaddy. But Ro, I feel like you had body yaddy yaddy before. I'm like, okay, but yeah, she really got body yaddy yaddy now, and she seems to be doing well. So that is always good to hear. So once we get past the scene with those three ladies, we finally see Labrina and Monera. I hope I'm saying that lady name right. Down to Labrina's house, and Monera is doing well with her family content, so that is always good to see and hear as well. Labrina is doing awesome. She's expanding her spa situation. I believe she said she's getting into, I believe it was Pilates. She's also opening up some type of rescue facility for horses because she has a lot of land. So everyone appears to be doing, in terms of just individually, they're doing well. So then we see Latoria, Chloe, Roe, and Elena. We finally get an appearance from her, and she has a new dude as well. You can see like her spirit is a little bit more light this season because she just seemed it was very heavy and sad last season. But they all meet up for, I believe it's lunch or something at this restaurant. And Elena, she's taking forever to tell us what we want to hear, child. I mean, they are dragging it out, but the gist of it is that she is separated from her husband. I believe his name is Josh. And apparently, she told him he couldn't live there no more. So they are living separately and they are co parenting. But she made a comment and she said that because I believe someone asked her, is this it? Like, are you going to continue to fight for it? And I think she knows the best thing for her is to walk away, but I believe it's so hard because she mentioned a comment that she's trying to keep her black family together. I'm like, girl, you're trying to keep it together at your detriment. When if you take a look back, take a step back and truly look at what you are going to be giving up, it don't look good. I'm not saying that's the case for all situations, right? But I think we have to really ask ourselves, why do we want this so badly? Is it just a social norm? And a lot of girls in the South, especially, you getting pressure from your families. But I want us to really ask ourselves, what would be best for me overall as a woman? How can I set myself up to flourish and thrive? And if it's marriage and partnership, then okay. But just don't be doing it just because you want to keep your black family together, girl. No, child. Then we see Jordan meets up with Latoria to talk about proposing to Chloe. Now, mind you, he ain't mentioned nothing about the cheatation or nothing. They like to leave out certain parts of the story, and they make you feel like they're telling you everything. You won't even. If Chloe hadn't told Latoria, she would have no clue. She would think this is all, honky dory. Lo and behold, sir, you got a cheating situation down there that's going on. You don't proposing is not right now. That's not on the table for you. You need to fix whatever's going on with your problem with keeping your stuff in your pants before you even think about getting your coins together to buy this lady a ring. And this is like, I think this is what he think is best or what he should be doing. Again, this is a baby. He's 28 years old, and I think he still has some growing to do, to get all that stuff out. I don't know if he'll ever get it out because I do think that cheating is a character flaw. Um, but I definitely don't think he's ready for marriage. I do not. So the last scene of the episode, we see Labrina and her husband meeting with Josh, who is the estranged husband of Elena. My first thought was, this is messy because is Elena aware that you are doing that? I feel like if Labrina's husband wanted to meet up with Josh independently, the boys, check on each other, cool. But Labrina, I feel like you doing that is kind of, I don't like it. And of course, yes, check, the man needs to be checked on too. But I feel like if I found out that my friend, I would want to have a heads up about it because first of all, why are you meeting with him? I told you his side of the story, okay? But I just, yeah, it looked very messy. But then you see he was acting like he was surprised and shocked of everything that is happening in their marriage. And I feel like this happens a lot with men where things will be happening around them and they just refuse to acknowledge it or see the little breadcrumbs that are starting to, happen. And then they're shocked and appalled and angry that these things, how dare you? Like, why? What happened, sir? All of these things happen that you just refuse to acknowledge. That's what happened. But you can tell now he's angry and he is trying to get back at her by, at the end of this episode, saying that not only did he cheat, but she cheated as well. So nobody, and I feel like this is another messy setup between Labrina and her husband, giving him a platform in their house, a moment in their house to say this stuff about Elena. I don't like it. I don't. Anyway, that was episode 1 of season 2 of Heart and Hustle. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to engage with the content, like the video, leave me a respectful comment. If you disagree, you totally can. Just don't be rude. Keep it cute. All right, I'll chat with you guys in the next one. Peace.